Hello and welcome to A Quest for Metal. Today we are doing another themed playlist, and today's metal themed playlist is horror. Because, it's October, it's coming up to October, we're going to do a horror themed playlist for Halloween. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. So we've got 10 songs lined up, which you should have in a horror themed playlist. So let's get stuck in. Number 10, we're going with Rammstein. They have a couple of horror-esque themed songs, but the one I'm going to go with is Mind Tile. You know all about this. Well, if not, I'll clue you in. It's basically about this German cannibal, and a guy advertised that he wanted to be eaten, and then they both met up, and he allowed himself to be eaten by this cannibal. And the guy filmed it, and he stored body parts in fridges and stuff, and it was just so weird. The fact that he allowed himself to be eaten by this cannibal, it's just a weird story, and this song is all about that story. You can look it up, it's actually a true story. This song is all about that, and just the reason it's horror is not just the themes, it's also the live performance when Till Lindeman's in the full butcher's outfit with blood everywhere, and he's getting the big pot, and he throws the keyboardist in, and he sets it on fire, and he pours lava on it, it's cooking him alive. Absolutely amazing theatrics for this song live, and absolutely amazing song as well. It's one of my favourite Rammstein songs, and it is horror themed. I mean, it's about a cannibal. It has to be horror themed. That's why it's making it onto my list. Number 9, we're going with Iron Maiden. And you know the song already. I say Iron Maiden and you're like, Fear of the Dark. Yep, it's Fear of the Dark. I mean, what more can you say? It's all about being afraid of the dark. And this is a Halloween themed kind of playlist, a horror themed playlist. And a lot of people are scared of the dark. Scary stuff is what we need in this playlist. And also, it's just a fantastic song. It's a fantastic song, and I think it deserves to be on every single Halloween kind of playlist that people make, because it's just nice to listen to, and it's all about the dark. Number 8, we have a kind of goofy one, a kind of fun goofy one that I did, and this is Devin Townsend's Vampira. You just watch the music video for this. He doesn't take himself seriously at all, and it's amazing. He's dressed up in a devil outfit, and you've got a succubus kind of dancing, and it's just super cheesy horror. It's super cheesy horror. And, it's all about vampires and, horror shit, but it's just a fun horror song. And it just has to make this list just because the music video alone makes me laugh. So check it out on Halloween or anytime. Check it out now if you want. It's a great song as well. Vampira by Devin Townsend. Number 7, we're going with Death, the pioneers of death metal, alongside Possessed. And we're going, there's a couple of songs I could have picked for this. I could have picked pretty much anything on Scream Bloody Gore, but I decided to pick, the song that I picked was Evil Dead. Of course, kind of like the film, kind of like actual Evil Dead, it's about zombies. Evil Dead! And just that delivery, Chuck's delivery though, is just amazing. And I could have picked Regurgitated Guts, or I could have picked Torn to Pieces, or Scream Bloody Gore, Zombie Ritual. Zombie Ritual's another good one. If you don't pick this one, pick Zombie Ritual. But yeah, Evil Dead, fantastic song, all about zombies. Easily horror. Number 6, we have Ghost, the new kind of spooky kind of band, which is kind of cheesy spooky, but still really fun. And I'm going to go with, I could pick any, but I'm going to go with Elizabeth from the debut, Opus Anonymous. I think that's how you say it. And this is all about Elizabeth Bathory, the Countess of Blood. And she might make another appearance on this list. But this is a famous historical figure who used to take virgins in off the street and then kill them, slit their throat, and then bathe in their blood because she thought it made you youthful. Of course it doesn't, obviously, but she was a bit loco. And she used to just bring people off the streets, kill them, and bathe in their blood because she thought it'd make her look good. But no, it just made her look crazy. But yeah, this song's all about that, so it has to be on this horror playlist. I mean, come on. And it's also Ghost, so the sound of it is going to be spooky as well. That is Ghost with Elizabeth. Number 5, similar to Ghost, Merciful Fate. And we're going to pick The Witch's Dance. Dance in the witch's dance. Dance in the dance. Don't actually know the actual lyrics, but it probably sounds similar to that. Amazing song, one of my favourites from Merciful Fate. And again, I could pick anything from like King Diamond's discography or Merciful Fate's discography. Come to the Sabbath. Welcome Home. The Uninvited Guest. You know, just anything. I could pick anything from him because he is kind of like super horror inspired, just like Ghost. Similar kind of sound as well, but The Witch's Dance is just a fantastic song, and you know, you can't have a horror playlist without King Diamond or Merciful Fate making an appearance, and this is that appearance. Next, we have Cradle of Filth, another band who does horror really well, and there's 2 songs I could pick. The first one was Cruelty Brought the Orchids, which again is about Bathory, Elizabeth Bathory, and the whole album is about her. Even the album cover has her bathing in blood, so if you want to know what the inspiration for that album cover was, and that album, that was the inspiration. But also, I'm thinking, because I've already done one about that, I'm going to pick Darkness Incarnate off Godspeed and the Devil's Thunder. Probably the best song on the album. Actually, easily the best song on the album. But just the themes of it. It's all about Giles de Rais, who worked with Joan of Arc, but he was a famous child killer. And the stuff he did was sick. Really sick. And it kind of delves into that in the lyrics of the song. So, yeah, explore that at your own pleasure. But it is a fantastic song, and it's definitely horror inspired, and it's definitely based on a true story. So this is, it's creepy. So you can pick either of those 2. Number 3, we'll go with some Cannibal Corpse. You know, masters of just death and zombies and blood. And we'll go with Code of the Slashers, because we haven't had any slashing. So this is all about, you know, some killers roaming around, stabbing people. Even the video itself has that happening, and they've got like a GoPro on and like stabbing people in the street. This has to make it onto this list. You could pick anything from Cannibal Corpse, Pit of Zombies, Hatchet to the Head, Submerged in Boiling Flesh. Pick whatever you want, but I'm just going to pick Code of the Slashers because there's a lot of slasher horror movies, and slashing is horror movie-esque, so it's going onto my list as number 2. Sorry, that was number 3. Number 2 is Slayer, Dead Skin Mask. Now this, you all know, it's about Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Leatherface, where he wears the skin of his victims on his face. He takes his face off. What can I say? It's got creepy guitar tones, creepy vocal delivery. Dance with the dead in my dreams. So cool. Love this song. It has to make it onto my list. And finally, we have our last song for this playlist, this Halloween spooky playlist. And it's going to be Rob Zombie. You know. Shh. Sounds like a kazoo. Rob Zombie, again. Horror master. He even directed like Halloween, House of a Thousand Corpses, Devil's Rejects. So he has his foot in a lot of horror pie. And his music kind of represents that as well. I'm going to pick The Living Dead Girl, because I don't actually think I've talked about zombies. Aside from Evil Dead, I haven't really talked about it. But yeah, we're going to go with Living Dead Girl. Again, I could pick a lot. Dracula's fun, but this is probably more apt. Living Dead Girl is probably more apt of a song to make it onto my list. So that was 10 horror-themed songs you can have for a horror-themed playlist. Let me know in the comments what you would add, what horror songs I've missed off, and what's your favourite as well. Also comment any suggestions for next playlists in the comments below. This one was also done by Jamie Horsley, I forgot to say in the intro. You all know him as a YouTuber as well. So hopefully you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you again on another Quest for Metal.